It's announcement time.
Announcement.
Yep, thanks for that. We are going to be starting our own podcast.
Podcast.
Do you want to do this instead?
Alright. Yes, so we are starting a podcast. Why? Well, why not, really? But also, me and Kris, we love a good hypothetical chat, don't we?
Yeah.
And so we thought we'd do what all the kids are doing these days and turn that into a podcast. Are you alright back there?
So it's called A World Without, which, as the name suggests, means we'll be taking a little look at what life might be like in a world without a whole range of different topics, such as maybe,
Clothes?
clothes, yeah, exactly, or,
Hair?
maybe hair, yeah.
Tables? Chairs?
You're just naming things in the room now, aren't you?
Yes. Woolly mammoths? Not in the room, are they?
We will, of course, be focusing more on the weird, wonderful, and pretty much stupid side effects of a world without it.
Right, ready to go.
Right, okay, so you can catch it here on YouTube or, of course, on any of the popular podcast sites. Hope you enjoy.
3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to this brand new podcast, A World Without, with me, Kris.
And me, Jack. This is the podcast where we get into the hypothetical and discuss what we think would happen if something from our everyday lives suddenly stopped existing tomorrow.
Yeah, poof, gone, never to be seen again. Now, we're not interested in why or how it's gone. Instead, we'll be discussing what we think some of the more obscure and unexpected consequences would be of a world without these things.
Over the series, we'll be talking about a whole range of different topics, but today we're going to kick things off and talk about a world without colour.
Wow, so colour, gone,
Yeah,
that sucks.
it does. Quite depressing,
Yeah,
I imagine.
I liked colour. It was quite a good thing to have. What was your favourite colour?
Oh, orange. Or
Orange
purple.
or
They might
purple.
have two.
Interesting. I'm partial to a red myself.
Classic.
A nice red.
Classic.
But, I mean, if we've not got them anymore, what's your favourite shade of grey?
Oh, that's good. Kind of like a medium dark.
Medium dark. Mine's a medium dark too. I don't like to go too light with it.
No,
I think a
but then you
darker
don't want to
grey.
be too depressing.
Well, no, true. But
I do wear a lot of black and grey as it is, so I don't think my wardrobe would be affected at all.
Oh, well, there you go.
I think one of the positive side effects is we get to save a bit of money.
Right. How so?
Well, I don't know if this is just in the UK at least. I'm not sure how it works in other places, but in the UK we have to pay for a TV license.
Yes, we do.
£150 a year to just have a TV.
Is that how much it is?
Unless you have a black and white TV, in
Wow.
which case you only have to pay £50.
Oh man! So everyone's prices just got
Everyone just
cut.
saves £100 a year.
That
That's
is
great.
brilliant.
So there's one positive.
Oh man.
Guess how many people in the UK still have a black and white TV license?
10.
7,000.
What?
There are 7,000 people in the UK who still have a black and white TV
Do they
license.
not know?
I'm cool. I really can't work it out. I don't know whether they're just being like really thrifty with it, right? They're just like an extra £100. Nah, I'll stick with black and white.
Don't need those colours, those newfangled colours.
Or they're just their black and white TV's still working. They're just like ain't broke.
Ain't
Why
broke,
get a new
don't
one?
fix it.
Yeah.
As the old saying goes.
You know they always say that stuff from the olden times they don't make stuff like they used to.
Yeah.
You know that must be true if there's 7,000 people still rocking a black and white TV. It's not like you can go on to the shops and buy one.
That's true. I mean, well, they don't make stuff like they used to. They make stuff, well, better. They don't make
They make stuff in
cars
colour.
like they used to. Well, yeah, exactly.
But I don't even get how it works. Like, there's no analog TV anymore, so you have to be using a Freeview box. And I'm pretty sure a black and white TV doesn't have a HDMI import.
No.
Like what? I don't get who
What
these
are they-
7,000.
maybe they're just not watching TV anymore.
If you're one of these 7,000 people, actually, I don't think they would have access to podcast. If they've not got to colour TV, they probably haven't got to podcast.
Well, is
yet.
this podcast in black and white?
Oh, it's kind of in need. That.
Today's podcast brought to you in black and white.
There we go. So yeah, if you know of anyone of the 7,000 people, ask them why.
Just why?
What? Just
Knock on their door. Excuse me. Why? And they'll know what you mean.
yeah, I think so.
Zebras. They're going to be a little bit annoyed. Not very special anymore. That was kind of their
I don't. Right,
their
hold on.
niche, wasn't it?
I don't think they would go for special. when they
Well,
were
I mean,
doing it.
think of a black and white animal. Bang. Zebra.
Cow.
Well, all right, yeah. There's also penguins as well. They're
There's
probably
quite a
black
lot.
And white. There are quite a lot of black and white animals.
Why are
It's like they
zebras
knew.
black and white? Is it that other animals are colourblind and therefore they kind of still merge?
I think it's something to do with they merge with the grass, and because
But grass isn't black and white.
grass is green. Yeah, I think zebras have got quite confused.
I think maybe it's that all the other animals are colourblind.
You think?
So I don't think they would really notice. I think a lot of animals are colourblind.
I feel like zebras are smug about being special, though. I feel like they've
You
got
think-
a smugness about
Okay.
it. Right? Because not only that as well, I was thinking, but they've also like taken the market on the letter Z. Being like, whenever you think of the letter Z, you've got to think of a word for it. Zebra.
Zebra.
That pops straight
Like
to mind.
xylophones and X.
Yeah, exactly. They've just
They've
got that
locked
covered.
down, yeah.
So I guess, to be fair, they'll still have that, even if
They'll still have that.
all the other animals are black and white.
Well,
now
I
too.
think if anything, they've got an advantage. They've been black and white their whole life. They know what it's like.
True, they're the pros.
Yeah,
they're
they've been
professional
doing
at
this
it.
for a long time.
I thought they might as well like evolve or something as well to have like spirals on or something, just to even like more make themselves
Just to make them
special.
stand out, yeah. They do feel like they need to stand out at all times.
They might get eaten a bit more though, as we've just found out. So
Yeah, maybe. Here's a profession that becomes a lot harder. Diffusing a bomb.
oh yeah, cut the red wire, cut the blue wire,
Cut the red wire.
Excuse
Sorry,
me,
what is red?
what's red again? Cut the grey wire. Which one?
They're all grey. So that's a problem.
We'd have to kind of come up with new names for all the different greys.
Yeah.
Just invent this whole new sort of
Well, I was
language.
thinking, colour by number books?
Yeah, the bumpies and dotties and things. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of Braille.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, don't question
How did
me.
you confuse? Colour by numbers is the word.
Look, I'm neither blind nor colourblind, so just leave me
They're all
alone,
the
all right?
same, are they? No, I mean colour by. The colouring books that have like 2 means colour in blue, 1
Oh,
means
colour by numbers. Yeah, sorry, I'm with you now.
God. Well, those firstly they get really affected by this. No one's buying colour by number books anymore.
No, that's true.
But I think they're onto something. We can just start labelling everything with numbers.
With numbers written on them all.
So just that's a 1, that's
Oh.
a 2.
So what?
So
what,
cut the
like,
2 wire.
Like as a 1 is white and a
Yeah, a 1
10
is
is
white,
black.
a 10 is completely black, a 3 is
maybe
sort
we
of-
should make the scale a bit longer than just 10.
Yeah,
I
there's,
think
there's more than there's 50 shades of grey apparently.
well,
I've
that's
heard.
true. That's true. Yeah.
So 1 to 50.
Though weirdly, that book doesn't really list any of them.
Yeah, I was very disappointed when I read it.
Yeah, no, I was looking for new colours for my kitchen and terrible source of information. Rainbows, they suck now. They're boring.
Oh God, yeah.
Can you imagine? Like, just look up in the sky, it's just all that
I'm not
grey
sure you'd
already.
even notice.
I mean, would they still be like stripy though?
Oh,
Like a
I
stripe of
think
grey?
so because, grey has a different what? Red has a different amount of grey in
You're
it than
getting
like,
used to the new
purple. Yeah,
world
I'm
already.
just getting settling in and just referred to everything as
what's
grey. Red and purple have different levels of
Yeah, contrast,
lightness and darkness
brightness,
because everything
whatever.
just becomes about lightness and darkness.
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, when you see black and white TV, that was
It,
filmed
it doesn't
in
just
colour.
all just seen as one
No.
grey slate. We're able to differentiate.
Yeah,
So,
so that's what it would look like. But it just more, let's say depressing. Like, I love a rainbow. Love a good rainbow.
I
and it's gone.
imagine this whole world is a bit what it's like to live in Scotland, just grey.
Yeah, to be fair, that's
And
pretty,
miserable.
pretty grey up there for about 90% of the year.
Yeah. Sorry to any Scottish people out there. It's actually a beautiful country. No offense.
It is pretty beautiful, but
But it is grey a lot.
many a grey day.
Yeah. I imagine it become very difficult to try and describe someone to the police.
Yeah.
What did he look like? Well, he was a grey man. He had grey hair, grey eyes.
Wearing a
he was
grey jumper.
Grey jumper, yep.
Yeah.
Anything else? Oh, grey bag. He had a grey bag on.
He could be wearing like a black shoes or something as well.
True.
That's true.
But it just, it narrows the field down a bit more. You're just looking for grey.
It does,
grey,
but
grey.
equally when they say like he was wearing a red jumper and stuff, he's probably not still wearing a red jumper, surely.
Yeah.
That would be a foolish mistake to make as a criminal. Like,
I'm just going to continue to wear the clothes I
this
committed
is
the
my
crime
favourite
in.
red cardigan. I'm not taking it off.
Yeah. I think it's more to do with did anyone see a man at
Well,
that time
yeah, I guess
wearing
so.
a red jumper? Not if you see any man in a red jumper, it's probably him.
That's true. All right, you got me there. But yeah, you're right. You're right. It would become a lot harder to differentiate everybody. Even when you go on a date or something, and you're like a blind date, and you'll be like, I'm the guy wearing a red carnation. I guess you
A carnation?
just a car. Yeah.
Is that a flower?
Yeah, I think
Right,
so.
sorry.
Unless I've just suddenly gone really stupid.
No, I seem stupid. Yeah.
Hang on a minute. We both seem pretty stupid right here, right
all
now.
time.
Let's not compete. We've got a bit of a problem on our hands when it comes to oranges. What we're going to call them now?
I guess, Are we still aware what colours were, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like it's more just. Yeah, I think we're aware of what colours were. We're now just seeing not colours.
So I think we could still use the word.
I mean, the fruit actually came first before the colour. There was no orange colour. People just called it yellow, or like
What?
it's like a weird
Hold on,
yellow.
There was an orange colour, surely. It didn't.
What we
no one
didn't call
invented
it.
the colour orange at one point.
It was Sir Benedict Reginald who invented it.
No,
But
I think it always existed.
I think people just used to call that yellow, or
Right.
like red yellow, or something like that.
in the
then,
same way that didn't they not have blue? They were like used
Yeah.
to be like the sea is purple, like
and
wine.
green, it was
and-
green.
yeah.
You'd either basically just turn it into purple or green or whatever. So
Oh, so the orange came first. And they were like, we've got to have a name for this.
well, no, yeah, the fruit came and they called it an orange,
Mm.
and then everyone just kept referring to that color as orange.
Oh, it's like that fruit. we're
It's
eating.
like orange, and then they just stopped saying similes, and we're just
Well,
like,
then surely we just
"It's
go back to that."
orange.
So because the orange came first. He has the name first. We can't take the name away from
That's
him.
true, but I just feel like it'd make us upset, like remembering the good old days
The
of
good
colour.
old days of colour.
Orange.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, what could we call it instead of an orange, though? Like, because it's a citrus fruit, mate, right? Maybe we call it
So
like
lemon, lime, and
a
loam.
a loam. Good. Well, we've done our job here today, haven't we?
Now, you always hear that if the bees disappeared, we'd be screwed, basically, end of the
yeah.
world. I think this could have an effect, because apparently bees go to the flowers and pollinate them based upon their colours.
The colour attracts the
That's
bees.
what attracts the bees to them. so
no.
they're just going around like, hey,
Where's all the flowers gone?
there were some here yesterday, you know?
So I guess they don't smell or anything like that.
Well,
then, do
okay,
they?
I'm a bit dubious about my limited research I did for this because it says they're attracted to just the colours blue and yellow and not red. So how do red flowers get pollinated?
Yeah, there's
firstly?
more colours.
Secondly, if they're just attracted to the colour yellow, surely they're attracted to themselves.
Well, bees probably are attracted to other, but they can't see them. I don't think they have bee
I mean
mirrors.
attracted in the pollination sense,
Right.
not
Okay.
the
Not
sexual
in the
sense.
sexual attraction.
So I'm sure there's probably more to it than just the colour, but they're at least having a harder time.
Yeah, we'd have to start creating like little signposts or something for them.
I'm not sure bees can read.
Well, all right, that too.
Nor can you train them to. I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm just trying to come up with some solutions here. So
it needs some work.
it does need some work. But yeah, what more could they do? Like, if they don't look at the shape of flowers, either like bees. Come on, like start having a backup option here.
I'm sure they do. I don't think we're giving them enough credit.
Maybe we just have to shove flowers in their face.
Maybe it's just a trial and error thing. They just go to everything.
Yeah,
Just
that's
takes, their days are a lot longer.
Just takes longer. There's a honey shortage. Sorry, everyone.
But
Once a week.
Once a week.
The energy drink company Red Bull, they're in trouble. Big part of their marketing. Red.
I don't think it is a big part of their marketing.
Well, it could be. They'd either have to go grey bull or just bull.
Yeah, that's not a good name.
Do you want to drink bull?
Want a glass of bull?
Glass of bull, anybody?
Yeah.
I mean, bull is short for bullock, right?
Pardon?
Bullock.
Is that a word?
A bullock. That's what a bull is, right? Is it?
Is it?
Google.
Someone help us out here. Bullocks? Bullock is... Oh, I just thought they were called bulls.
I'm pretty sure a bullock is a proper name for a big horny cow. You can tell I'm not an expert on the subject.
Yeah, neither of us are vets.
But yeah, I was trying to think of more companies that had colours in their name, and you'd think I'd have a massive list of them.
Yeah.
I don't. I was trying to think of like international-based ones.
Greenpeace.
Greenpeace, they're just going to be peace now, or grey peace, or black peace, or white peace, or any just
I
peace.
just think peace.
Just peace.
Peace, man.
Peace.
Yeah.
A bit more straight to the point.
I'm struggling as well. You'd think there'd be more.
You think there'd be so many more?
There probably are. We're just being stupid.
Well, I did do an extensive 3 minutes of research on the matter, so
Red Bull's all you came up with.
Red Bull was all I came up with.
Wow. Solid effort. Rubik's Cubes.
Oh, that's hard now.
Yeah.
They're already hard enough.
Or very easy.
Because they're all just
They're already
one
done.
colour.
Just, prove I haven't done it.
Done! I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been... Oh, no, it's been invented already.
Well, yeah. Just to, like, suddenly, this guy who's been struggling with his Rubik's Cube for years can never work it
Suddenly
out.
just picks it up.
He's just like, oh, it's done.
I got a whole lot easier.
Yeah,
Well,
perfect.
I'm annoyed because I've learned how to do a Rubik's Cube, and I know you know
same.
how to, so that's just wasted time.
Yeah.
Wasted effort. One skill.
I mean,
that
I
never
would
use.
almost say it's probably wasted time, regardless of the colour being there or not. I'm not sure there's many situations in life in which that skill is in any way practical.
Well, certainly no more with the old colour being gone.
Well, yeah,
that's for
just
sure.
it doesn't help. That's for sure.
No. I imagine traffic jams and crashes and that would happen a lot more now. Traffic lights being ruined, the main function of them.
I see where you're going with that, but I don't think you're giving people enough credit that they could still work out that bottom one means go, top one means stop.
I don't know. I just look at the red, man. I see the red, I stop.
Right.
I see the green, I go. I'm a very simple human being, and I think
That's true.
I think many other people are too. When you're out driving, you don't want to be. You don't
Yeah,
want to be
I guess it
"Hang on."
wouldn't catch your eye as much. That's a
Yeah,
that's a good
because
point.
nothing else would. Because everything
Everything just
is
blends
grey.
into each other.
So we're gonna have to have more like big like honk noises, like sound-based things.
I think you could, because there's already stuff which is like an arrow, which means go,
True.
and like just a hand means stop. Or sometimes they even say go, do they not?
I think maybe.
Maybe if I make
Maybe.
that up, but that's maybe what we switch to. I think that's a good point. I just
Just
think about it
lettering.
more like capturing your attention.
Yeah, it needs really
Like-
to be attention grabbing to make you,
You
stop.
need to see a red light, but need to
Health,
stop.
health and safety. Health and safety's gone mad nowadays.
Yeah.
I'd have a field day having to try and solve that one.
That would be a problem.
Yes, it would. Well said.
You can tell this is our first podcast. Can't talk. We'll get better. We'll get better. I do feel like it would become a lot harder to be poetic. You know, her lips were as grey as the sun is grey.
Yeah.
The grey sky was as grey as literally everything else.
A lot rhymes with grey
Hey,
today.
May.
Is this what this podcast has become?
Welcome to Rhyming with Kris and Jack.
But
Yes, I think it does become harder. Not that was the best attempt at a poem anyway. I don't think poems entirely rely on colours.
That's true. But no, the colour is a very big descriptive thing. And yeah, poetry is incredibly descriptive. You're right. Like,
I do think poetry becomes a bit boring.
you just have to go to the other senses, I guess. Rely on, forget sight. Just her lips were as smelly as a...
Her lips sounded like lips. Do they sound like it?
This
Yeah.
girl is...
Neither of us
Don't
are poets.
date this girl.
Neither of us are poets. I don't think that's gonna work out.
So we spoke about it before with the black and white TV thing. Would the quality of the image improve? Now we're not having to worry about showing more colours, like the range that the TVs have to output and stuff like that, and the data that we have to send between places for the image is a lot less now. So could we get like super duper duper HD and like really fast frame rates and all that kind of stuff because we haven't got the colour element to have to worry about?
You think with us knowing stuff about film that I'd have an answer to that question?
I think the
But I
reason is because we
literally-
clearly don't know enough about film.
I literally have no idea. I know your logic behind it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no colour information to have to send anymore. But I feel like, no, I think it's the same. It's still the same amount of pixels or whatever. And you're still sending the lightness and darkness.
True, but you had to send that before as well as then the colour.
But grey is, in a sense, a kind of
Sort of, I guess, but
colour.
like
there's still enough the same information.
you can go from white to black with one slider, but you can't go from white to red to blue to green. Or you kind of can, but it's a lot bigger of a slider.
Well,
This
yeah.
genuinely confused me. Like, I could not work out.
Because I think if you had a video file that
Yeah.
was coloured and you had a certain file size
Yeah.
and you made it black and white, it would still be the same file size.
Would you not be able to compress it more without any
I don't think so.
noticeable quality loss?
I don't think so.
I feel like we've got some experiments to do.
Yeah. If you know anything about this, let us know. Because I feel like no.
And I feel like no, but I feel like it, in a weird way, it should.
I get your logic behind it.
It
I just think you're wrong.
It just sent me into fair enough. It sent me into a spiral of confusion and stuff. I didn't think to Google it.
In the same sort of area, though, I do think visual effects become pretty difficult. Can't green screen stuff anymore.
Oh no! Yeah, what are you gonna do about that?
Or blues can't use any of the screens. Can't grey screen stuff. Everything's grey.
You just that ruins
Visual effects become
ruins
pretty
it.
difficult. Can you
big
imagine,
time.
like, Avengers or something? Can't use green screens.
Man, yeah, the quality of that would go down the toilet.
Yeah. Pretty low budget now.
You'd have to just go like pure white screen or something like that, like the biggest variance you can possibly get.
I don't think that works. Maybe. I don't know. But I do think it becomes a lot harder, visual effects.
I guess every
Visual
film
effects have
now.
come a long way. They don't always rely on green screens anymore. But
True. They do more rotoscoping and just pure CGI. But I guess most films become incredibly artsy because of this change of missing color. Every single film you watch now
feels very artsy.
It's in black and white. How
Is this
artsy
some
was that?
artsy French film? No, it's just Avengers in black and white.
Oh, fair enough. Easy
Well,
to
I
get
feel
confused.
bad for the people who've been using that as an artsy tactic for so long.
That's true. Yeah, they're going to have to get new
It's like,
techniques
whoa,
now.
What can we do now? Just shoot everything inverted, black and white.
I guess that'd be called the white and black film technique.
I guess that becomes the new artsy niche.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it, as black and white film?
No.
White and black.
Like, obviously, colour doesn't take away from light. Like, obviously, we still see light and darkness. But Christmas lights? Do we bother? Would you bother?
They'll still look a bit sparkly.
Yeah.
Just a bit like the night sky with the stars twinkling. But yeah, Christmas just in general. Christmas is a very colourful holiday. And that's just going to be sad.
Like things like fireworks. Like, it's still probably impressive to see a big explosion of light in the sky, but without all the colours...
Yeah, everything
still
just
a bit
gets more dull.
meh.
We're going to just have to find new ways to excite ourselves. Now we haven't got colour to fill that void.
I have no ideas, personally.
Like I said, noises, more favourable noises and things like that. Fireworks are going to have to not just bang, but they already whiz and bang, I guess, but they're going to have to do all kinds of crazy things.
That'd be interesting. Just weird sound effects coming out of fireworks. Exactly that.
It's just that's the first firework you can make.
That'd be quite a comical scene. Just loads of like fun comedy noises in the fireworks.
Yeah,
display.
honking noises and
Like with the
the whistle.
whistle
Yeah.
thing.
So I guess we figured out that a world without colour is going to be pretty boring, but it's
Depressing.
not devastating.
Not the end of the world. I think we'd cope.
We would cope, but yeah,
Just to be a bit-
we just
bit
have to
depressed,
find
don't we?
new ways to get excitement. And I spent years of my life, maybe not years, but learning what all the colours were when I was younger.
Did it take you
Wasted.
years?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think it probably took me years, but it took me some time. I'm sure there was time when I was
I mean, my
dedicated.
My three-year-old niece can already name most of the colours. So if it took you years, you're probably a bit slow.
Right.
Wouldn't surprise me. not gonna lie.
Either way, I spent time learning colours, and now they're gone, and that makes me sad.
That's your main
I
concern.
want that time
All that
back.
wasted time.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there we go. I think that'll do us for today. Hope you enjoyed listening.
Yep, and let us know your thoughts about a world without colour. Are there any extra weird side effects that you can think of that we haven't talked about? And if you're listening on YouTube, let us know down in the comments.
Yep, but if you listen on any of the popular podcast places, you can tweet us at Kris and Jack. That's Kris with a K.
But thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.
Goodbye.